Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, again, welcome. Um, so I just want to say if you are a returner, like if you uh are a subscriber or if you watched my last week's video, I just want to say thank you so much for all the support I've gotten on my last video of my little writing vlog. Um, it means the world to me. I am so happy, because like that's the most views I've ever gotten on one of my YouTube videos. So yeah, I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Just thank you so much. And I'm almost to 70 subscribers. So thank you so much. Um at the beginning of this year, I knew I wanted to do YouTube and I wanted to get close to 100 before the middle of this year, and the fact that I'm already so close to 100 already just means so much to me. So just thank you so much, okay? And I also do want to point out that I know a lot of my videos is like art stuff, but I really want to try and incorporate both of them into my channel. Okay? I really want to try and incorporate art and writing and reading into my channel. Um so yeah, that's all I really have to say for now. Are you serious? Bro, what the heck? That's really weird. I think my house is haunted. The TV turns on by itself sometimes. And the dogs will start growling and barking at a corner of my house every now and then. And sometimes some doors open and close by themselves. Creeped out. But anyway, to get into this video. So, I am in such a fall and Halloween mood and summerween. I think it's because Hobby Lobby has released a lot of like fall decor, which is kind of crazy because it is really early this year, okay? Like insanely early. Normally, normally like they don't start releasing any form of fall decorations until closer to like 4th of July. It's April now, I think. Yeah, it's April now. April, May, June, July. We have like 3 months left until July. So, yeah, it's really early this year. So, with that being said, everyone is posting about it. And so many people are like, oh, I'm having a slasher summer. I'm seeing so many people do that. Or not do that, post about it, okay? And I miss it, okay? I enjoy this warm weather. I do, but the bugs that come with and along with the warm weather belong in hell. Okay? Waspers belong in hell. They're so anyway, I'm sorry for ranting. I'm sorry for ranting. It's just oh my gosh. But I miss fall so much. With that being said, I have decided to get out some of my books and read these for the rest of this week. I started on The Perfect Sun last night, and I did finish it. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I wow. Okay. All I'm gonna say is that she suspects her son of murder. Okay. And in the middle of the book, I did start to wonder if who did it actually did it, like the towards the end, it reveals who did it. And in the middle of the book, I did wonder if it actually was him because he was just being way too calm. about everything. He was just being very odd, very weird to me anyway. But then, it mentions her father, so then I thought maybe he did it. And I was like, no, it makes sense. But anyway, I think I'm gonna rate it a 4.7 out of 5 stars. Or maybe 4. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do like 4.7 out of 5 stars for this book. I did enjoy it. I did really enjoy it. Actually, no, I might just do 5. No, I'll do like 4.7 for this book. I did enjoy it, but it wasn't exactly super duper shocking, Already. It is currently Tuesday. So I have We Used to Live Here, The Counselors, Fantastic Land, and Brother. Um, but then again, I'm also in a mood for like some romance. So I'm thinking, because I do have like two fall romance books in there that I might pick up later on this week. I'm sure whatever ones I don't read, I'll probably save for Summerween, honestly. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. So yeah, I'm going to go in the bedroom and start reading one of these. I don't know what one I'm going to read yet because Brother is from what I it's based here in West Virginia, my home state. It is about a boy who just wants normalcy. He wants a normal life, and his family is murderers. So I've been told it's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre meets Wrong Turn. Yeah, that's what I've been told. And I've read her book, Anya Alburn. I could be pronouncing her name completely wrong, but I finished. I finished reading. Was it The Shuddering? Yes, I read The Shuddering um last December actually, and it was really good. I was really wanting something that was like Until Dawn, and someone said that that book was a lot like it. So, yeah, I read that and I really enjoyed it. So, I do think I will enjoy this one as well. Fantastic Land is um I know they're in Florida in this like amusement park, and I think it's like a found footage type of book. Yeah. I think like a storm happens and they get stuck there, or like they get trapped there. I don't know. I'm kind of going into this blind, but all I do know for sure is that it's kind of like a found footage book, unless I'm wrong. Now, The Counselors is like a summer slasher, okay, or slasher summer type of book. It is by Jessica Goodman. I have heard a lot of really good reviews about this. And then We Used to Live Here by Marcus Clyer. Clyer. I could totally be pronouncing his name wrong. It is about this couple who moves into a house and they decide to like renovate it. They're like, yep, this is gonna be our forever home, I assume anyway. And then all of a sudden, someone comes knocking on their door and is like, hey, I used to live here. Can I come in? And one of them, either, let's see, was it, what's their names? Ava? Oh no, Charlie and Eve is the girls' names. I'm sure. Alright. Charlie and Eve. Um, I'm sure they made a mistake by inviting them in, is what I'm trying to say. Because they're like, oh, please let us in. I used to live here. I grew up here. I haven't seen the house in forever. I'd love to see what you've done with the place." And one of them was probably like, "Oh, yeah, sure, sure, come on in." No, I ain't letting no stranger in my house. What is wrong with you? I ain't letting no stranger in my house. Anyway, I'm excited to get into this one as well. So I don't know what one I'll start on unless I end up starting on another one that's not even part of this group because I do have quite a few of horror and thriller mystery books. So yeah. It's crazy because I love horror and murder and mystery books, but I feel like I don't have as much as it as I do of romance books. I'm going to go into the bedroom and start a book, or I might make my fiance choose a book for me. Yeah, I might make him choose a book for me and see what one he wants me to read. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make him choose one for me. So, yeah, I will see you all in my bedroom. Okay. So, it is currently Wednesday now. And yeah, I just woke up. I just woke up a little bit ago. It is so rainy and I'm so tired. Like I said, I don't want to do anything today. But to get into. So last night, I tried to get into the counselors, but I struggled with it. It's like there's a secret, there's secret, there's secret. And it's like I already know what's happening. I just feel like I already know what's happening with that book. So I might get back into it later today, try push through it, but like I feel like I already know. I only got to like 70 pages, but I bet you anything she messed with the town's richest kid who's also like a golden boy or something like that. Everyone loves him. He can do no wrong. The double standard type of thing. You know what I mean? I bet you anything that's what happened in this book. And like, while I was struggling with it, I decided to read We Used to Live Here. So far, it's actually really good. There is a few times in the chapter where she's like, "Oh, well, when I was younger and I had this big anxiety attack, or when I did this and I had this anxiety, like, you know what I mean?" And it just goes on and on and on about that one time that I don't think has any relevance to the book, unless it does, and I'm just not paying attention to it. But yeah, it started off a bit slow, but then I felt like immediately right at the second chapter, it was boom, they're here, which I liked, not gonna lie. But yeah, so Eve allowed these people into her house because the little girl seemed so upset. The little girl seemed so upset she couldn't see her dad's house. Oh my god, like Eve was starting to tick me off a little bit, not gonna lie. Especially with the fact that she just let them walk around the house like by themselves. You know what I mean? Like, and then the little girl like goes and hides, plays hide and seek in the house, which means they have to stay later. And now because they have to stay later, they have to end up staying the night because there's a freaking snowstorm happening. Like, oh my god. It's honestly really starting to aggravate me. Because if Eve would have just stood up and be like, no, slam the door in their face, just lock it. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not. Like, someone was to come here into my. If someone was to come here into my single wide trailer and was like, oh, I used to live here growing up, can I come in? No. And even if their kid was like, please, I want to see it. Please, that's where my daddy grew up. I don't care, kid. I'm sorry, but no, I don't know you all. Okay. Sorry, but no. But I'm at page 78 in the hardcover. He don't like the camera. He's camera shy. I tell these people sleep in the car. Like, come on. You're not sleeping in my house. No. But then again, I understand because they have kids. And I wouldn't want them to freeze to death either. So far, this book is reminding me of like Hills Have Eyes, and like he's explaining his sister. And I remember like when I was studying psychology, there's something called like Capgras syndrome, and that's kind of what it's reminding me of. Like, if his sister had that, that's what it's reminding me of, big time. Jenny just went in the basement again. Jenny. Why is Charlie not taking this seriously? I was right. this book was so good. The ending, I was not expecting that. I definitely recommend this book. It was so good. Well, I think I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Yeah, I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. We have 22 hours left, and I'm going to go look for another book to read. I am now 5 hours into this challenge, and I'm now 5 hours into this challenge, and I'm 16% through Ward D by Frida McFadden. So I'm currently on chapter 8, 17% through this book, and I'm 5 hours and 5 minutes or 10 minutes into this challenge. I'm actually really enjoying this book because I was very interested in psychology. So yeah, I also like how in the last chapter they mention a patient who has sundowning, especially how it's very common in people with dementia. And I also just found out recently, actually I think it was after I read the Housemaid series, that Frida McFadden is a psychologist. I had no idea. So yeah, I'm very stoked. I am officially 6 hours into the challenge and 32% of my book. I decided to come outside because my eyes are being strained. So yeah. My eyes, I feel like, are bugging me bad. So let's sit outside for a little bit, read probably until I get to like 40%, and then take like a 10-minute break. I am 8 hours and 50 minutes into the challenge now. I'm 81% through the book. I'm so tired. I'm sorry for the bad quality of the camera, by the way. It's the lights, and also I'm using the front camera. Bro, like, grow up. All this over high school drama. I mean, not really high school drama, because, I mean, she is cray-cray. 9 hours and 20 minutes. And I'm finally done with my second book. It is currently the next day. And so far, the 24 hours are up. Okay, they are up. This video is so bad. I suck at recording. I'm good at editing. Well, no, decent at editing, but I suck at recording. So, um, okay. Yesterday morning, I started at around 11, and it wasn't until last night. And I even took like a 30 minute to an hour break yesterday. And then last night at around 10, I think it was, I finished Ward D by Frida McFadden, which I'm going to give 4.5 out of 5 stars. And I think I'm going to do the same thing to the We Used to Live Here book. And then I decided to go to sleep for a little bit and doom scroll on my phone. So I only read 2 books during this 24-hour challenge. And that is with me sleeping. That is with me going to sleep and taking like an hour break. So yeah, I'm just a really 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 slow reader, I guess. Unless I try and resume it now that I'm awake. I might try that, add like 10 hours or something like that. I don't know. It's just I don't want to read anything anymore. I think I'm going through a reading slump now because I've read like 3 books in the last week. So yeah, I think I'm going through a reading slump now. But anyway, I'm sorry for this poor excuse of a readathon. I know I've seen other people do it and they only get like 2 hours of sleep and they drink a bunch of Red Bulls and they drink a bunch of Alanis and have a bunch of caffeine. I can't do that though. If I drink that much Red Bull and stuff like that, I get the shakes and shivers, okay? So, I can't do that. And also, if I only run off of 3 hours of sleep, I'm so moody. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm really sorry for this very poor excuse of a readathon. I thought I could get more done, but clearly not. So, I just want to say I'm really sorry. I'm just a slow reader, I guess. And yeah, again, I'm sorry for this poor excuse of a readathon compared to other creators who are able to down like 5 books in 24 hours. Oh my gosh. My brain can't even comprehend that. I just feel like if I was to read that much in that much time, I feel like I would not be able to read the words on the paper. So, anyway, again, I am sorry for this poor excuse of a readathon. Um, Next week's video is most likely going to be like another art vlog. Um, so yeah, that's probably what it's going to be is like art videos and art vlogs. Anyway, if you stayed, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye.